Listen, listen. This is Lounge Talks, we're a family, United Kings and Queens. This is Lounge Talks, we're a family, United Kings and Queens. Kings and Queens hold each other's crowns high, elevate each other till we reach the sky. Let's love, respect, understand one another, discuss these topics just to educate each other. We're a family, we're all sisters, we're all brothers, and Lounge Talks is where we'll come together to inspire. Let's promote the positivity to create unity and build communities. This is Lounge Talks, we're a family, United Kings and Queens. This is Lounge Talks, we're a family, United Kings and Queens.
Further ado, let me introduce you to the idea wizardess, the founder of this particular concept, Lounge Talks, the enigmatic, the pragmatic, and the absolute beautiful queen herself, Ardilla. Over to you.
Hello beautiful souls, thank you for joining me once again. It's Adela, your founder of Lounge Talks, as you already know. Thank you so much for everybody that's already subscribed so far. I'm really excited. As a team, we're really looking forward to doing our first show, Pilot. Right, so a little bit about myself. I am 31 years of age, single mum, and I am a customer service advisor. I love to talk a lot. So, I'm a mom to a very joyful, bubbly, wonderful, handsome little boy, Eli. He keeps me going, and he's basically part of why I want to do Lounge Talks, and the reason I've chosen to basically, open this discussion show amongst ourselves as well as you. My son inspired a lot of the idea in the sense of me wanting to produce or to at least try and produce a better future for him going forward, and not just for himself but all the kids around the world. And by this I just mean in general of a world where we don't judge them for who they are and what they pick and what they want to do in life. A world where we support them and push them forward in what they actually want to do rather than what we want them to do. And so I would like to basically ensure my son is able to live a free life where he can do what makes him happy, as I choose to do and as everybody should have the right to do so. The aim is also to reach out to the kings out there all over the world, for us females, queens and kings, to learn from one another. And by this I basically mean the whole respecting females, not raising your hand, knowing to communicate, so that they learn to communicate with us. By us learning from each other, we learn to understand, thus creating that respect, the love, and learning from one another. So I hope that you kings, as well as queens, all over the world, we would like you to join us on these discussions. Provide us with topics where we will be talking about a range of scenarios and topics and situations that we've gone through in our lives that we would like to share, as well as wanting to hear what you've also gone through in your lives that may be similar to us, and perhaps you might have taken a different course with the way you've dealt with something. So these are the kind of situations that I feel we could all learn from one another. So please join us on our shows to come as they roll out. We will get to know each other more. You'll get to see my side of the personality with the shows to come. And I do hope that you guys stay tuned, subscribe, and I can't wait to meet all of you on our show. Thank you so much for listening.
Alright, Queens, another Lounge Talks debate, and I'm pretty curious. I want to get a view here.
Tell me,
right?
King.
In the world of glamorization and the depiction of, how we should look, do you think that horses' tails should be sacrificed for the sake of vanity? Allow me to introduce myself. I go by the name of the Crazy One, and the reason for that is because I'm a DJ. Alright, I've been in promotions for quite a while, providing musical entertainment and events up and down London and across the country.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sorry, Hossy.
Wow.
I love you.
But are you saying using the horsetail as hair?
whatever.
Because we just take that stereotype. We're using the Brazilian girls
take
and
that stereotype
some people
out?
still-
They're not cutting off 4 horses' tails. You're not seeing your
That's the one
horses
with
running around
the
with their
stiff one,
tail.
the one with the ponytail goes straight out.
Hold on. Sacrifices was made for the horse's tail, and look,
Sometimes it's
well, people,
I feel like
we would love to hear your view, and I would love to hear your views, especially the ladies,
like this.
Exactly.
and those that rely on horses' tails to enhance their beauty. Over my past experiences over the years, raving and things like that, and going to all types of social functions and so on. One thing I can never quite understand, why do women wear shoe size that's too small and then complain that their feet hurt?
I don't know if you necessarily try to wear a shoe that's too small. I think what it is most times when a woman goes out, we tend to go and buy something new to wear. And we wear something, and like almost anything, you have to break it in. And you haven't broken it in, so by that time, you're getting the blisters on the back of your foot.
that's why you have to get drunk.
Yeah,
on the
so you
first
don't,
time.
you
Listen, I must take the
can't
shoes off.
So you're going to take your shoes off.
Of course.
But this is what I'm getting at. The whole purpose is you got a pair of shoes, or you go to buy a pair of shoes, yeah? Alright, let's say you're a size 6. You want to put your foot in a size 3.
Is it possible to be in love with 2 people at the same time?
Well, it's possible, it's not impossible. But when you say at the same time, what? Loving people in the same capacity? Because I don't think that's possible.
I think you could love somebody in the same capacity for different reasons. Because each person has different characters and different traits.
For instance, if you're saying to me that you can love two people at the same time, imagine these 2 people are at the end of a cliff falling, and you can only save
end of
one.
a what?
Cliff
Falling.
and you can only save one. Which one do you save?
I think so.
How do you
Me
define
personally-
love?
That's
But
a
this is
That's
what I'm
a
saying.
very good question. That's
this
a
is-
You
very,
define love.
That's a
We'd like to
very
hear.
good
and
question.
there's all the
How do you guys
different
define
types
love?
of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the different kinds of love.
And does love even exist?
And don't forget about soul ties. Like these, like soul ties doesn't necessarily mean that it's connected to someone who's good for you. It could be someone who you're just so like connected to and want so much, but they're so detrimental to you at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't stay away, but
Yeah.
they're not good for
But they're
you.
not
do you
good
know what I
at
mean?
the same time.
Yeah.
So
it's that battle.
You just
Yeah.
you can't. It doesn't always
It's a
work
really
out.
tough battle.
My name is Reese Johnson. I'm 25 years old, originally from Jamaica, but I have lived in London. I'm more interested in creative fields, acting, drawing, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, is it more acceptable to choose creative paths or your career in 2020? Is it more acceptable to choose more creative paths over like a family life? Because do we have a traditional setting how we are now? Because we don't, back in like 1960s, even 70s, 80s, how we would consider traditional families. Like you can't really necessarily apply that to how we are 2020. So I was wondering, is it more acceptable in these days to choose your career or creative fields over building a family, or do you have to choose really? Is it now we've come to a place where we don't have to choose?
I will tell you what,
Hello.
a lot of people may not see the need to reach out and ask for help. We all need help no matter what. It's not
But
that
you
your
got to
life is
make a
not-
decision, yeah? If that is the case, right? You can't juggle the 2 together because it's going to become too much to bear, yeah? So either you concentrate solely on raising the child, yeah, to a certain level, then you can focus. Or
No,
if you want
I
to be
disagree. My name is Joelle. I am from the naturistic island of Dominica. I am a 35-year-old mother to a 17-year-old daughter and a 6-month-old son. I am, at the moment, a part-time worker with a nursing agency. I'm also a student, a university student. I'm pursuing a career in criminology and psychology.
yeah, if you know you don't have that support, you don't have that financial backing, you don't have that net, that safety net.
Crazy. This is why Long Stock is here. you don't have that support, we will try and help you get that support. We'll reach out to you. We'll help you reach out to the right places where you can where you can get this help and support. It is very important that you're not doing this alone. We are in a society where the poor remains poor. And in order for us to get out of this intergenerational cycle of being poor, we need to help pull up each other. We need to help raise each other. If we don't, we're never going to get out of it. Rather than killing your brother or stamping down on your brother, uplift your brother, uplift your sister, uplift your king and queen.
Being considered a nice person be detrimental to either like your spirit or your soul or to who you are?
You need to learn how to say no.
The main things and questions and topics that I would like to pose to the group and the panel, and also to you, is more so spiritual and wellness topics, to really delve deep into ourselves and try to connect with ourselves and each other, to allow us to really, you know, go through life with a meaning and a purpose rather than just floating along.
How long is too long to be in a relationship, in an abusive relationship, be it emotional, psychological, or physical, relationship, before you leave?
That's such a good question, because if it's a physical thing, you'll be like, if someone ever raised my hands on me, I'm out. But when it comes to emotional thing, what's the equivalent of raising someone's hand? What emotional abuse?
But with the greatest respect, right? And God forbid,
insult control.
But what happens if that physical moment was the last moment?
Yeah, that's true.
But most times the physical moment does not become the last moment one time.
It doesn't.
This is what I'm saying.
It needs up.
It starts gradually and then it starts
right,
grow.
exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the issue, isn't it? Because when it starts gradually, there ain't enough physical or physicality for you to warrant thinking, oh God, I've got to leave this person.
Yeah.
You might just think, oh,
it's gonna go away.
Yeah,
she's having a bad day.
Like simple something.
Make an excuse for them to say
then
it's just something.
The next incident happens, but it's just a tad more aggressive than that last
I think
incident.
as soon as you start to see it increasing, and you're talking to the
you know what
person
it
and
is?
it's increasing,
and then they're telling you they're going to change and it's not changing, I think that's already the warning signals.
It's too far.
It's hard to tell, because you do have people who can tell and who can change.
Yeah.
I know of people who has been a certain way for very many years, and later in life they may have changed their cycles or maybe their patterns or whatever, however you may put it.
Yeah, but have they been with that same person? They might.
No, it may have. Do you believe that children who are children of incarcerated parents, do you believe that they are prone to intergenerational crime and imprisonment? Really mean that because your parent is part of the criminal justice system, that they are actually prone to imprisonment? Or could it just be a generation of single parents? Because as a single parent, it's not easy to raise a child. You're moving from one job to the other to try to raise that child. There's very limited things for these clubs for these children to attend, to kind of keep them off the streets. You're working and you're thinking that that child is babysitting. Child minding fees here are so expensive that you can't afford to pay a child minder for the duration of the time that you may be at work.
Some countries give that for free.
Oh wow.
Like those Denmark and
But
Finland.
look,
that's why I
you
feel
got to
like
look at it
they're
like
really
this,
good.
right?
It's definitely not bad seed, bad apple. It's like the situation, and that, as you said, everyone's an individual. It's how they've taken it on board, the support system around them. And the stronger the support system, the more likely we have for success.
Yeah.
Being a university student gave me the opportunity to harness my full passion. I believe the children are the future, and too many times they go unnoticed. We tend to forget, we tend to lose understanding for these very children. They become victims of whatever our life, whatever is surrounding our lives. And this is why my segment of Longstalk will be more or less focusing on the children who are affected by the everyday issues that their parents may be suffering.
Decides to open a business or has a new talent and wants to go further with it, should you support?
My name is Zaleha and you can call me Z. I'm 22 years old, I'm a uni student, I do economics, I'm a qualified nail tech.
When we're in a relationship and we're seeing red flags, we always know that we have to cut this off or end this. But when it comes to an actual friendship, whether it be with a woman or a man, and we're seeing red signs and toxic traits, when do we know to cut that friendship off?
People in life do things to benefit them anyways.
No, not
I
necessarily.
think if we're
Most
all
people,
honest,
not necessarily, no.
if we're honest, if we're genuinely honest to our hearts, most of the time people won't get into something or do something if in some way, shape or form, even if it's a little way, it benefits them in
Be it
some way. If you
emotionally,
are
physically,
it doesn't have to be
materialistically.
Well, alright, yeah, there
anyway.
might be an
Honest.
element of satisfaction.
The reason why I decided to join in and be a part of the fun is that everyone who's on the panel, they're really close to my heart, they're my friends, they're my sisters. And I want to express that sentiment throughout the world. All women, we should uplift each other as queens, and we should uplift the men around us as kings and treat each other as royalty.
Let's say you've had a child with someone and you're not speaking to the partner anymore. Should they be allowed to see your kid?
Oh yes.
Wait, what?
What if,
As long
what
as
if
the
that
child is
partner-
not at a risk.
Not at risk, yes. As
Yeah.
long as the child is being looked after the way the mother would by the father, then
It may
I
not
feel
What if there's no
It may not
physical
be-
risk,
it-
but there's mental risk to the mum? Like, the man is emotionally abusive to the mum, but he's perfectly fine to the kid. And to them just 'cause
What if you
they
don't know who
get
the
on.
parent is? What if as the mother you do not know who the father is?
Do you think it's so weird, yeah, that like someone could be messaging someone and then the man actually has a whole life and a whole nother kids, like a whole family, and then the person doesn't even know.
that show.
That happens
It
all the
happens
time.
so much.
I would like to share with you our concept, which is Lounge Talks. And what we're going to be doing is uniting kings and queens around the world. I was raised up to believe I'm a citizen of the world. Every single country, every single race, every single religion, we're all brothers and sisters. Lounge Talks is about having a safe space where we can sit down and discuss. The whole concept of bringing in 2 male speakers to add to our panel and balance out the argument, the male versus the female, I think is so vital. And just a chance to get people to express their stories. I feel like I know so many people who, hearing their insight, could help so many of us, uplift us, make us believe we can be something great and imagine greater for ourselves. I have fallen off the road a couple of times, all of us have. And Lounge Talks is a place where we can discuss, be open, express our vulnerabilities, and know that that's not our weakness, that is our strength. Become part of our family, become part of Lounge Talks. Chill with us. While you're listening, get comfy, sit down, relax, and join in on the discussions. Can't wait to see you, get to know each other a bit better. So, you know what to do? Like and subscribe. Hit us up, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Lounge Talks with a Z, don't forget. So, thank you so much, and see you next time.
My kings and queens around the world. Let me just give you a little bit of insight as to why I've got involved with this concept, what we call Lounge Talks. It's all about embracing, uplifting and bringing together positiveness amongst ourselves as kings and queens and making sure that we hold each other's crowns up, okay? Now, the whole concept for me was, just putting something across that could be appreciated, valued and maybe even used to sort of like enhance somebody's life and maybe provide a type of betterment for the future ahead. So guys, why not check out the links down below if you want to get involved, and also for non-restricted content, why not check out Patreon? It's only £5 a month to subscribe. Alright, so guys, why not let us build each other and keep each other's crowns up? Remember, kings and queens, let's strive forward together.
This show, Lounge Talks, is so good and it means a lot to me because I feel most comfortable when I'm relaxing and on the sofa and just communicating and connecting with my friends. So that's when I'm most comfortable. So it's awesome to have a platform that allows me to be in that space and connect with other people. So all the awesome ideas and the things that we can relate with each other with, we can also relate with you, and you know, branch off into so many avenues and combine all our interests into making a great platform for, you know, all the viewers. So I definitely wanted to get on board with this project with Adila because I felt like, one, the ethos of the show is really good, respecting each other, coming together, promoting understanding. Those are things in the society that we live in that unfortunately we do lack a lot of that, and so bringing that forth, I was like, this is the perfect chance for us to do that, for me to connect with people from all walks of life and for us to connect with each other. And I really wanted to do that and show a different side of all of us, because we're all multifaceted people. Like, we relax as much as we relax and we chill and we have a good time, but we're also really focused and determined people with different interests. Criminal law, entrepreneurship, music and DJing, and all these topics come together and everybody can relate on them. Everybody can like see themselves in so many different characters and have your chance, and also have my chance to represent for also the people that I feel like lack representation. So for example, I am a black plus size woman. We need more encouragement and more uplifting, and also to encourage men, because for women who want good men, we also need to tell these men what they need to be good, or we need to be good, you know. So jump on the journey with us and share, like and subscribe. Tell all your friends, tell all your aunties, tell all your uncles. Tell us all your questions and your opinions, and get ready for all the amazing stuff ahead.
I hope that you will come along and help me to possibly help you in whatever, non-professional of course help, but in whatever areas and aspects that I can help. Launch Talk also appeals to my giving nature. For those who know me, my nickname is Mother, and it goes without saying I have a motherly nature, very much of a motherly nature. Launch Talk, it's our hope that with your help you would provide us with donations that we can help single families that are unable to get help, to otherwise get help out there, and that we may be able to help one person at a time. It may not be in everyone. We are not claiming that we are going to bring world peace, but with one king, supporting one queen, and one queen understanding one king, helping each other to keep each other's crumbs up, we can change one step at a time. Help understand each other one step at a time. Respect each other and love each other, so that our futures and our children's futures may be brighter. Like my colleague said, if you think this appeals to you, please join us, like, subscribe, join our show, give us your feedback, subscribe to Patreon, where you will get one-on-one help with any problems that you may have once we are able, and if we are unable, we will reach out to whoever we can reach out to try and aid you.
Thank you everyone for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed me in the panel and all the queens and king. Going forward, our show will be live, and this was just our pilot. So we've got 3 fantastic promotions coming up. The first will be the Christmas challenge, which will have some amazing prizes. Stay tuned to our Instagram and on Patreon, where we will be doing the school vouchers. As you all know, Marcus Rochford had previously fought for this cause, which we feel strongly about. So I hope that you will help to donate so that we can surprise and give the wonderful kids an amazing Christmas to come. Nobody should have to go without food, especially children. And our third challenge, which will be the self-love challenge for Valentine's, so Grow Your Hair Challenge. Stay tuned, as we said, on our social media sites, where we will post all the information to come. So I hope that everybody will take part in these promotions to come, and stay tuned for the amazing prizes that will be given away.